Secondary Citations. My name is Jen, and I'm a librarian here at Bethel University Online Library and Learning Services. Today, I'd like to teach you about secondary citations. What is a secondary citation? A secondary citation occurs when you find information such as a quote or data from a primary source within another source. For example, the author of an article you just read uses a quote from another author, and you would like to use that quote. How to cite a secondary citation. There are two ways to cite a secondary citation. The first way is to use a typical in-text citation. Here's an example. A typical in-text citation for a secondary source is pretty bulky, so a narrative-style citation works quite well. This allows you to reference both works in a way that is natural and easy to read. Here's an example. Both of these options are correct ways to cite a secondary citation, and they tell your reader that you read about this particular work or quote from another person. Whichever style you choose all depends on your personal writing style. How to reference a secondary citation. A good rule of thumb is to reference the work that you actually read. In our example, we're citing Rabbit's study, but we read from Leon et al. So we're going to use Leon et al. As our reference because we did not read all of Rabbit's study, but we did read all of Leon et al.'s study. Here's an example. Extra tips. Secondary citations should be used sparingly. It's always better to rely on primary sources. If you find a secondary source you'd like to use, try to search for it first in the library and read it directly. You might find even more useful information for what you're writing about. However, if you can't find that original primary source, then feel free to use the secondary citation and reference styles that we've just talked about.